What does a data analyst actually do? I keep getting this question from many of my followers. I thought I could answer this question in a simple manner by sharing 4 or 5 important things that a data analyst might do on a daily basis. First thing could be something to do with Excel file manipulation. You might be given an Excel file and asked to manipulate the data. This could mean adding a new columns with some formulas or calculations, adding some small charts and reports, and then driving insights based on that and using it in a PowerPoint presentation to deliver it to your stakeholders. The second thing that you might do on a daily basis is to do ad hoc SQL querying. Your manager might come to you and say, hey, I need answers to some of these business questions. What is our year on year growth in sales? Which are the categories where we are making the most revenue? Are there some specific orders that get cancelled immediately within 1 day of the order? To find specifics like this, you will obviously have access to all the databases possible. You need to write SQL queries and answer these questions and send them to your manager. This is very common in most data analyst jobs. The third thing that you might be expected to do, this is not always possible, but sometimes, depending on the type of the role, maybe to automate something using Python. Let us say someone is combining multiple Excel files with hundreds of thousands of rows manually and sending this as a report to everyone once a week. In this case, you might be expected to use Python to do some manipulation to merge all the data together, to use Python pandas to manipulate the data and eventually combine all this final data and send it via email or upload it to a Google Drive or something. Over here, knowledge of Python pandas, and also how to connect it to Google Drive, all this will definitely help. The fourth kind of task that you might be expected to do on a regular basis is to do dashboarding or reporting. Let's say the company has data from Google Ads, Google Analytics, from some Excel sheets, marketing team has their own budgeting sheet, and apart from this, order data comes from database. Now, your job as a data analyst will be to combine all these data from varied sources, bring them into a tool like, let's say, Power BI, and build simple dashboards that communicate what is happening generally with the business on a daily basis. So you would be expected to use some charts, graphs, tables, so that you can clearly communicate this to the management. This will also be a great way, for example, for the marketing team to find what is their budget and how they are performing with respect to their budget. So dashboarding is also a very key component of a job of data analyst. Fifth and final thing that you might also do, this might be a bit silly, but it's called as data validation. There might be many cases where there might be something wrong with the data in the database or in an Excel file, and your job will be to investigate why that is happening. I have encountered cases where, for instance, in an e-commerce company, the order date was even after the cancellation date, which doesn't make sense. Or there will be a lot of blank columns, for instance, for delivery date when the product was actually delivered. This is maybe because the delivery boy forgot to update the delivery date in the app, right? So you will be expected to investigate these cases and find out why it is happening and try to fix the issue, because quality data is very important to do analysis or reporting. If data is wrong, then there is no use of the analysis. Many times this will be very random and you might be expected to do quick data validation because numbers are off. So be prepared to do this as well. Apart from this, of course, if you are a senior data analyst or you grow up the ladder, maybe you will also be expected to do build some pipelines or do some like business metric related task as well. But as a beginner data analyst, the 5 things I mentioned can always be a great starting point. Remember, regardless of the type of task, communication will be key. It is not only about using the technical tool, but also being able to communicate, get the requirements rightly from the stakeholders, and deliver exactly what they want. Keep this in mind, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care. Bye.